5:45. And as usual, for Business Hub today, we have a very special guest with us today. Rhodas is with us, of course, as expected, talking about business. And we'll be talking tech girls, tech ladies in business, tech women in business. And obviously, this should make for a very interesting conversation. I think it will spin off from where we left off from Marketplace yesterday, right, Rhodas?
That is correct, sir.
And we have our guest who joined us via Zoom yesterday, live in the studio, present. And it's a pleasure to have you here with us to go ahead and talk about this extensively and with all the extra FPZ that will be needed. Remember, if you have any questions, simply send a message to 080-944-0981. That is 080-944-0981.
All right, thank you so much. Itohan Ergie. Erigi.
No.
Oh, yeah, so we both, yeah.
Erigie. Okay, got it. Thank you. Itohan Erigie. All right, we're close enough. Cloud engineer. Okay, remember yesterday, connection snafu. And so that's why we're happy to have you back in the studio physically. All right, great stuff. So just I guess we can, as Shola has already said, spinning off from Marketplace yesterday. If you can recap your role in the tech sector,
Right.
you can recap for us from yesterday.
I'm a cloud engineer, and I also play the role of a cloud architect.
Okay.
Sometimes it requires and a cloud developer. Yes.
And so, what does that role entail? I'm sorry to make you repeat all this. This is just for those who may have missed it yesterday, and just to recap.
So I basically manage cloud infrastructures. So the cloud, as we know, it sits on actual physical hardware devices. So I manage cloud infrastructures. I also manage the software that run on the cloud infrastructures, from updates, monitor the infrastructure, see that everything is okay, just to make sure that customers are up and running. Basically, in a nutshell.
Okay.
Just management.
Great stuff. Now, for businesses now, what are the advantages of using cloud infrastructure for whatever day-to-day operations the business has?
Okay, like I said yesterday, right? One of the major advantages for businesses is that it cuts your total cost of ownership for your cloud infrastructure. So the cloud is built in such a way that businesses can subscribe for services that they need and paying as little as $10 for each service, depending on what it is you want to do.
Okay.
So as a small business or a medium scale business, you don't need to worry about procuring large servers worth almost $1 million, or bothering about what data centers to put your infrastructures. All you have to do is to log on to a cloud service provider portal, subscribe for the services you need, and pay for whatever service you need for as little as $10.
Is that monthly, or is that $10 per each time you log in, or how?
So this $10 sometimes can even be a month, 2 months, depending on your consumption and your usage. So recently, I had consumed a service on one of the popular cloud services, and I thought when they sent me my bill, I was scared. I was thinking I was going to pay up to like $100, $7.94.
So cloud services are affordable.
They are extremely affordable.
Good. Because my next question was going to be, well, you work for we won't say who it is, but you work for a big corporation, all right? You work for a big multinational. At the SME level,
yeah,
are you seeing enough of an incorporation of cloud services for small businesses in Nigeria? Sounds like the answer is no. But
so
go
there's
ahead.
a cloud illiteracy in this country today.
Okay.
You have to do so much convincing businesses to move their workloads to the cloud. Though there is a clause, right? Some businesses are afraid of maybe data leakage or information breaching and everything. But I don't think there's anything to worry about. But I think there's a cloud illiteracy in the country, but it's not as bad as it used to be when the whole cloud thing came into Nigeria. But we're seeing more businesses going into cloud, but it's in trickles. It's not exponential.
Right.
So I would really wish more businesses actually knew what it was about, and then migrate their workloads to the cloud, because it's actually not harmful. It's actually for their own benefit.
Right. So as far as data leaks and information breaches are concerned, is there enough of a security apparatus to where SMEs don't have to feel worried that they will fall victim to a data breach or an info leak or anything?
So there are two aspects of cloud security in cloud. There's an aspect of the service provider protecting and securing his own cloud infrastructure.
Okay.
So if I were an Azure or an Amazon, for example, I have my in-house cloud engineers protecting my physical servers, my physical network.
Okay.
Now, as a customer, if I subscribe for a service, I am responsible for protecting and securing my environment.
Right.
Yes. So as a customer, I have to, go the extra mile in getting the required expertise in protecting my data online. So it's not the fault of the if a hacker hacks my VM, I mean virtual machines.
Thank you for helping us out. I don't know what VM is.
Yes,
Yeah. Okay.
it's a software computer.
Okay.
If a hacker logs into my machine, it's my fault as a consumer because I'm supposed to ensure that my virtual machine or my computer online is secure and get the necessary security in place.
So if a small business was to go with what Azure is Microsoft, yeah? Okay, thank you. So if they go to Azure or AWS, which is Amazon, then they would be paying for the service provider to protect their infrastructure, for protection. Yes, is that or no? Do I have that? I'm trying to recap what you just said. So
you could pay them
for the extra.
But you'll be paying through your skin. Yes. So you could pay them. You could pay them. Well, it depends on the kind of business anyway, because it's not everything that you secure. It's not everything that is worth securing. Let me put it that way. So, for example, if you were deploying an application that just does user registration. For something that is not so critical.
What about dry cleaning? Okay, let's like a dry cleaning business. A small business that hires 10 people to do dry cleaning, and Roto, Shola, and Itohan do their dry cleaning there. And small, tiny little business. All they do is just collect data on your name, the amount of clothes and dresses you dropped off to dry clean, and when you pick it up. So would a business like that have to go to right? No. So I guess you're saying it's based on size of the business.
Not size, the criticality of the data you're putting on.
Okay.
Yes.
So dry cleaning lists.
They can, no.
Yeah.
They could. I mean, they could do something called what do you call it now? It means getting like a certificate.
Okay.
Like, just protect it so that hackers don't go in and change your website.
Right.
They could do that. But for the higher level security, I mean, it's not financial records. It's
gotcha. Okay, so because the basic point I'm trying to get to is that for small businesses, because I'm pro tech, always pushing everybody to try and get services that will make record keeping easier, protect their data and everything. The feedback I've gotten is that Rotos, this thing is expensive, or I don't want to go and start paying hundreds of thousands of naira a month to go get cloud services, and it's costing me an arm and a leg. So it can be affordable. It's basically the gist.
Very affordable. I think we even have some companies in Nigeria that are venturing into cloud, like the company where I work.
Yeah.
We have public cloud services.
Okay.
That small businesses can take advantage.
Can take advantage. Yes. Great stuff. Now, are we?
No,
go ahead.
Messages.
Go ahead.
So this one from Damiola from Ajah says, "Good afternoon, guys. These tech girls aren't just smart and resourceful; they are also pretty and result-driven." Damiola is a guy.
We haven't even gotten there yet. Damiola, but he's jumping. He's
jumping the gun.
He's jumping ahead.
Okay.
Damiola, we're dealing with SMEs here, so we gotta take care of the SMEs first before we get into all that.
Tally from Lekki here says it is based on shared responsibility model. I guess he's trying to refer to
security. I think he's talking to the security part. Yeah.
Okay, and Cruz here says, Rotas, imagine a laundry business that has multiple drop off and pick up points, synchronizing client data info about who has dropped clothes, picked up clothes, and paid is one example.
Right.
Then this one here reads, just says, and this is from Thomas Igodalu, just says tech chicks smiling. Larry here says cloud is not expensive, but then it depends on the service that you're delivering. Not all SMEs need to go cloud to host their own infrastructure. What SMEs could do is to subscribe to software that aids their operations by another SME who has this software service on the cloud. says they don't need to pay for virtual infrastructure as cloud security, VPNs, and so on. Larry in transit. Looks like more people are typing, but yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah, good stuff. Good
Remember,
stuff.
0809444.
No, it's great. You see, we love our Smooth FM listeners. They're the best. They're the best. Okay. So, all right. So at the point where we left off, I was asking you if enough attention is being paid to the women in tech that do the
actual dirty job.
Aha. And you had a great big no. I think that's where you were going.
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead. Now you got your chance.
Yes. So I really don't think we have, enough visibility into the women that actually sit at the back end.
Okay.
To do the dirty job. The software developers, the network engineers, the cloud engineers. What we have out there is mostly project managers, product managers, business analysts. It would be nice to have a program, or it would be nice to have an award, for women in tech that are actually getting their hands dirty.
Okay.
I'm yet to see one. I think some days ago there was one I saw. I think that was organized by one media house.
Okay.
And I checked the designations of these women. They are fantastic women doing great things. I mean, I'm not trying to undermine anybody's position.
Right.
But I didn't really see anybody with the hardcore designation.
Okay.
Do you understand? I didn't really see that. I know a lot of women in software development, in cloud engineering, in network engineering, but I didn't really see anybody with those kinds of designations.
Great stuff. Now, so this is what I wanted to talk about. Is it because look, after everything you've explained is our listeners understand it, Shola and myself understand it, but I think for some people it sounds a little too technical, and so they don't. I don't know. Maybe you can't glamorize a cloud engineer that's dealing with VMs and all those other technical words you were using, and so is that the challenge, or is that an excuse? Am I making an excuse?
I think it's more of an excuse.
It's an excuse.
Because
okay.
if you have male makeup artists, why can't you have?
Okay.
Do you understand?
I like that. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, makeup. I mean, the makeup industry is stereotyped for women.
Right.
But I mean, if you can have male makeup artists, why can't you have female techies that actually do the dirty job? I don't think these organizations do enough. I'm sure they're trying their best.
Yeah.
But I wish they put in more effort in actually, searching for women that actually do these jobs. They're all over LinkedIn.
Right.
They're all over LinkedIn. If you search for software developers in LinkedIn, you'll be surprised how many women will pop up. Do you understand? So I think they should, invest more time in actually looking for these people and engaging them in programs like this.
Right.
Do you understand? So yeah.
Okay. Are there? Are we gonna take a quick break?
Very quick break.
Okay, let's take a quick
break.
All right.
We'll come back to your messages. I see your messages. I'll be getting back to that. Of course, remember 08094440981 for Business Hub here on Smooth 98.1. Rhodas and Itohan will be back after this break. Stay with us.
And tips for a successful business.
Great stuff. Hey, can you retweet? Sorry, retweet from here.
Business Hub.
Oh,
on
there.
So I guess maybe.
Stay tuned.
My name is Odenike, actor, and you're listening to Smooth 98. Keep listening.
I don't know. God.
I know, right? That's why I was like, hey, we're having a healthy amount of questions to read through everything. So we finally gotten there, right? And so there's still the whole matter of how many are in teams, how many are leading teams, stuff like that.
You don't know still a man you call.
So there's a lot to talk about there.
If not this Plaza phone, I've already sabi who they call no pick am.
No matter your phone, whether you get data or not, you sabi Udiko. Don't upgrade the mind with MTN Udiko. 5 naira per day and 15 naira per month. Dial star 5058 hash.
Okay, I'll try.
Everywhere
Yeah, because
you
at
go,
times, I was like, all right,
I'm more active on Instagram and I'm more active on Instagram and
This was
LinkedIn.
you getting
okay.
started in the rap battle of your
LinkedIn, I
life.
need to. I do
Don't lose your cool. Unleash it with Mentos Fresh Action Candy. Now with vitamin C. Enjoy its incredible
and it's the same thing, right? You just go there
efficacy
and post
that
yourself.
gives
It's
you
no
that
different from
freshness
the other.
and cool feel in one pump.
The thing about LinkedIn is I don't really need to follow
Mentos
someone.
Fresh Action Candy.
Okay, if I do follow them, then there are updates to show up on my timeline. If I can, yeah,
It's
but
too cool.
Babe, you know I must. Besides, you can always
alright, so
video
where
call
we
me.
where
Yeah,
we
what if
going
your
from
battery
here?
runs out?
I think we have
I've got my
messages,
power
so
Okay, and when your power bank runs out.
Yeah,
Babe,
just
I've got
about
my
the messages,
laptop.
that's all.
Okay.
Okay, wait. What if your data runs out?
Babe, you know we never run out of data.
Never run out of data with Airtel Home Broadband Unlimited Ultra plans. Enjoy unlimited data with no speaking
How many
plus
try in the
extra data daily, so you never have to worry about running out.
Like 10
Visit
people?
www.airtel.com.ng/HBP to get started.
Babe, but I just left the house.
Yes, honey. It's video calling all the way.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Enjoy all-round entertainment and let music be your therapy.
Intro, the maestro, y'all know it's gotta be. Who else could it be?
It's a smooth drive home.
All the best of radio
As always.
that you enjoy.
Tools and tips for a successful business.
like 3 or 4 more.
Business Hub on Smooth. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Business Hub here on Smooth 98.1. Yes, we have Rhodas in the studio with us and our guest tech girl Itohan, and we'll be going to some of your messages here. Damilola from Aja here says, does this in any way reduce paperwork and staffing for SMEs?
Hey, that's a good question. What, Itohan, what do you say to that?
Yes, it does.
It does, huh?
It
Good.
reduces paperwork.
Right.
Yes.
Because
Not
all this,
necessarily staffing.
Not necessarily staffing, but paperwork.
like the dry cleaners, they manually write down, at least the ones that I use, write down all the clothes I picked up, and
you can do there's online invoicing.
exactly.
Okay, so this one from Cruz says cloud-based computing depends highly on internet penetration and availability. Imagine me looking for network signal up and down while in Ede, Osun State, because I'm trying to synchronize with office work. Ongoing in Lagos. Infrastructure needs foundation review. Shay?
Good point. Good point.
Okay.
Yeah, he's right.
Well, the good thing is we have world-class data centers in Nigeria, in Lagos here. At least I know at least 2. I'm not going to mention names.
Okay.
So
but he's in Osun State. Oh, but you see, he was saying he was trying to synchronize with Lagos. So that means with the data centers you're talking about, that should be easier, or...
Sorry, what does he mean by synchronize with Lagos? So for example, he checks his email, right?
Yes, while in Osun.
You check your email.
Yeah.
Where are your email servers?
Yeah, okay, but the problem is that he was I think he's talking about, because his message was saying he's going up and down looking for a signal to be able to synchronize with
That's
Lagos.
a different case.
So that's the problem.
Hold your telcos for that. Maybe so it's possible that in the location he is, there are no base stations.
So that's the problem now.
That is not the business. That is not our business.
No,
it's your responsibility to make sure that you have internet.
Right, but see, I get what you're saying, but I get what he's saying in that. Fine, that there's a wider infrastructure issue, okay, we're on the same page then. Right. All right, cool.
Okay, and let's see. He adds. He says my device can't connect to internet easily. Infrastructure. Malaba.
Gotcha.
That's your ISP.
There you go.
Your ISP responsible.
Hey, see, so we have work to do in this country. Are you the only girl on your team? I have to ask that. How many girls are on your team with you?
Okay, so I'm in a team of 17.
17 people. And how many women?
Okay, 3 women, but they are not waiting.
Okay, right.
But I am the only hands-on techie person. So the other women are
1 out of 17.
Project managers, engagement managers, and
you see, Itohan, this is the problem now. There's not enough of you. I mean, I understand the point case you're making where you're saying not enough attention is being placed on women who are doing the actual dirty work and tech roles. But if you are literally the only woman on your team doing the hardcore tech stuff, then we have. So how do we get more of you? That's how do we get more? How do we?
I think we need to make it a lot more attractive for our university students. So the government can say, okay, if you're going for a tech course, can give you scholarship.
Okay.
For 5 years,
okay.
3 years, or we sponsor a training for you. Just do something to make it more lucrative. Do you understand? Yeah.
Now, of course, when I think of government sponsorships, that means the government is paying for the sponsorships, right?
Well, it could be private parastatals.
Okay, fine. Because there's ASU and
it's open. In fact, there's
strikes.
something that I think there's something that Google is doing now. There's this Google Tech scholarships open for people, open for Africans.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, scholarships are fine, but how do we get more girls to how do we? Okay, you know what? I was gonna ask you this whole thing about. Let's start from early childhood. You've got a little girl. She's a toddler or whatever, 2-3 years old, 3 years. How do you slowly nudge her towards tech to where down the line when she's 15, 16, 17, she's now eager and pushing you, the parents, to say, "Oh, mom, dad, I want to go and apply for this." So how do we do that?
I think it's going to be easier now because luckily for us, our children play with our gadgets.
Right, with the phones
so,
now,
yeah,
yes.
so I think introducing them into the world of tech through gadgets, taking them for tech boot camps. You have coding camps these days for girls.
Lagos State has one for
exactly.
Not
just coding. I mean, we focus just on coding. Tech is a very large space. Aside, okay, so even though you have the project management and everything, but you have a wide range of courses in tech that are not project management based or engagement or project. No, you have networking, you have cloud DevOps, you have security, which is very hot right now.
Okay.
You have AI, artificial intelligence, you have IoT, Internet of Things. You have a lot of things. So I think parents should try and register their children in boot camps and just help them grow. I mean, you pay for music lessons for your children, don't you?
See, okay, hey. So that's thank you. So that's another thing. I guess there is a healthy responsibility that I wish Yinka was on here. Yinka's always sending email. Yinka has 2 girls, and I really wanted to ask him. Yinka, if you're listening, sending a message. Let me know if you're. He's always talking about his 2 daughters and so on and so forth. And we're interested to know if he's pushed them towards technology-based education. And what about toys, right? What about even the games that they play? Is that not also another avenue through which you can gently push them in that direction?
Actually, there's gaming in the world of tech because all those games, the God of War you play, somebody writes the codes.
Right, exactly.
Yeah? So I think you can, for the I don't know, but I don't know.
Look, it's not, the numbers are there. The numbers are low. I mean, that's the issue that I think many people are still grappling with.
I just think the parents need to put in more. It's this. So this thing is very intentional.
Yes.
You have to be very intentional about. So I have a friend in Canada, right? Yeah, because they're Nigerians that came to Canada.
Yeah.
And the guy, her son is 9 years old.
Yeah.
And he has already started learning how to code.
Oh wow. Okay.
You get it? Yeah. Like he can actually do a website at 9.
At 9.
At 9.
That is impressive.
Yes.
So that was a deliberate action on the part of his parents.
Yes.
To push him towards that.
I watch their Instagram stories every time, and I see coding time.
No, okay, like playtime.
Yeah, like playtime.
Yeah.
So you create milestones for them. It's okay. This month you learn this module. Next month you learn this module. Because adult education is hard. If you want to start learning how to code at an older age, it's not impossible. But man, your level of assimilation is different than when you're a child.
A little kid. Good stuff.
Okay, so a couple of messages here. This one, Chris says, now which one do you pay pass? On a construction site, we have carpenters, plumbers, electricians, QS, architects, and engineers. We all know architects earn the highest. So back to my question, which one of these groups of IT peoples earn the highest?
Cruz wants to know
who answer that.
Yeah, of course. Who makes the most money?
I'll start by saying, when you pursue excellence, success will follow.
That's a very what is those prosperity? No, not prosperity. The public speakers, the folks who do the motivational speakers. That was a very motivational speaker.
Well, aspire to perspire.
No, but it's true. So you have
a good statement.
You have architects that earn, let's say, for example, $90,000 a year, for example.
Okay.
And then you can have a software developer that earns maybe $150,000 a year.
Okay.
The difference is in your value, what you're bringing to the table.
Right.
Do you understand? So not so much so about which one they pay pass. Any job go pay pass.
Right.
Just make sure you hone your skills and know and you are stand out.
Right.
Do you understand? Stand out. Make sure. So the way IT is going now, it's not just enough for you to have one skill. You have to be a T professional.
Okay.
What I mean by T professional is you have knowledge across board, but you have a depth.
Like a letter T. I get it.
Yes.
Nice.
So you can know a little about networking. You can know a little bit about software development, but let's say your depth is cloud engineering.
Right.
So when you're in the midst of professionals in that field, in several fields, you can contribute. You're not lost. You can talk. And when recruiters look at your CV, they see that you're malleable. You're not just a network engineer that has a CCIE certification. See, in fact, a recruiter now would rather pick somebody that has a little bit of software development experience, a little bit of networking experience, a little bit of cloud DevOps experience than somebody that has a certification, an expert certification in networking, because that person he's not malleable, he's stuck in his ways, he's an expert in networking. But the person that has little experiences in all these fields without a certification you can easily push him into different things, into different projects, and he will learn. He's easily adaptable. Do you understand?
I do.
All right. So this one reads, well done, guest. I manage the POS app of a supermarket, QuickBooks exactly. But we found out that having an on-premise server version is safer for us than online version of the app where our source data is hosted online. Due to sync issues, any small internet downtime causes a problem in operation. So as much as we want to embrace cloud service, some infrastructures in this country are discouraging.
Nigeria keeps coming up. This infrastructure challenge. David, thanks for that. So that infrastructure still keeps coming up as an issue. All right.
So and then Cruz adds, I want to push my daughter to push her skills in the field that pays well.
That's all.
She can't suffer like me, because so basically suggesting which one might be.
Also, Cruz has a girl as well.
Yeah.
How about that?
Any field in IT would pay.
Get them in there.
Any field, just get them in there first.
Good stuff. Right. Ito, I'll have to get you back in the future. Thank you so much for joining us.
Time already.
Yeah, I know, right? Time flies when you're having great conversation. Ito, thank you so much for joining us. Do you want to share a Twitter handle or Instagram handle or anything?
I'll rather my Instagram handle.
Okay, go right ahead.
Okay, so I have two Instagram handles. One for my tech.
Okay.
So I have my personal handle, which is at SweetPito. So SweetPito, and then I have another one which is at Tech in a Nutshell.
There we go. Tech in a Nutshell. I like that. So if any of you want to reach out to her on Instagram, you go right ahead. Ito, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you all for all your messages. Shola, thank you so much. We return tomorrow. Personal finance. Looking forward to it.
All right, and that wraps it up for Business Hub here on Smooth 98.1. The Smooth Drive continues.
For everything business.
Superb.
Great
Tools and tips for a successful business.
Wait, hold on. What was the look for this?
98.1. Brought to you every Tuesday
I was on my phone most of the time.
Was he recording?
Yeah.
It wasn't recording.
It was streaming. Was it recording or streaming?
It's streaming, I think. We should see how to stop this thing.
Love music, love life. Stay tuned.
Honey, must you go?
Babe, you know I must. Besides, you can always video call me.
Hey, what if your battery runs out?
I've got my power bank.
Hey, and when your power bank runs out?
Babe, I've got my laptop.
Okay, for your